the natural mind cannot understand the things of God. And the minute the natural mind takes the things of God and put a natural interpretation, it becomes carnal. And Romans tells us that the carnal mind is enmity against God. So in the book of Revelation, we have the letters to the church where God says to every church, hear what the Spirit says. The natural mind cannot understand the things of the Spirit. The Spirit explains the Spirit. The Word contains enough to explain itself. The Word is the deep things of God, and the same Spirit is within us. And that is why Psalm 47 says, the deep calls at the deep at the sound of his water spouts. And in Revelation, he turned to see and he said, this voice that I hear is the sound of many waters. And this many waters is the Word that is revealed to us in the Word. So we can finally come to this place of fully understanding. The angel kept coming to Daniel and said, I want you to know and understand. Revelation is given to us so that we can know and understand what we are busy with. We are not called to go around and around this mountain. It's time to ascend. There's certain paths up a mountain, and these paths are clearly laid in the Word. You have to study the volume of the book. It's like separate revelations is like lines going up to a mountain. But when you start summiting, it's like the road zigzags, and you touch all these truths all the way up the mountain. It doesn't change course. It's the same things we've always learned, but it's in a higher level. And the biggest thing is we need to understand time, because in the fullness of time, God steps into time. Time is the net, the biggest gift to humanity unto eternal salvation. In the fullness of time, there was a shift in the heavens. We need to understand the heavens. We need to understand world, the earth, under the earth. And in time, we find the seasons, cycles, wheels within wheels, life cycles in generational cycles, so that we can hear what the Spirit says in the volume of the book. And we cannot put our natural mind to the understandings. If we take just Genesis and Revelation, these are both visions written about 1,700 years apart, and they are both spirit language. The natural mind cannot understand. It's amazing how these two books link and how they protect the Spirit word. The Bible was written by people in the seed line of Christ. They were moved by the Spirit. But we cannot with natural interpretation understand this, because this was gathered by the Spirit. He says, seek out the book, find its mates, for my Spirit has gathered it. And he says something, none will lack its mate in fulfillment. The Word explains the Word, and the Spirit will never lead us where the Word does not take us. The Spirit word fills the Bible, and it's a higher form of language than even Hebrew and Aramaic and Greek in which the Bible were written. He never said we must study Hebrew and Greek. There's nothing wrong to study Hebrew and Greek, but you must hear what the Spirit says. He didn't say we must hear what the rabbi says. He didn't say we must hear what that church and this church says. We have to go back to the Bible. And we have to understand the volume of the book. The Spirit language is such a high form of language. It's higher than any earthly language, yet a child can understand it. It's so simple. It's colors, numbers, symbols, and patterns. To hear the Spirit language in the Bible as you read, it unfolds like codes, and it's like a treasure hunt understanding the purposes of God. The symbols are so simple, and the colors, it is so plain. Yet the natural carnal mind is so darkened that they cannot see. Revelation says, come buy of me self, that you can put it in your eyes so you can see. I really believe that this book will bring an understanding so you can step into this awesome book and the consummation of all the purposes of God throughout all the ages. And know that the cloud of witnesses, he says, they never received the promise, but they're waiting for us. The greatest time in history is just ahead of us. But because of darkness, it's like we cannot see. But understanding the purposes of God takes you right on top of this mountain. Please enjoy the view.